What's up to everyone out there? I hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic. In this video, y'all, we're going to be going over the Kubey Knives Nova. And if you're into this star of a knife, then stick around for the rest of the video, y'all. Let's go. So what's up to everybody? Once again, my name is Ace with Carolina Cutlery and Gear. If you're into knives and gear, but mainly knives, this is the channel for you, so hit subscribe so you can be notified when I drop more content. But enough about that, on with the show. So y'all, as the video says, this is the Kubey Knives Nova. And y'all, this thing right here is an absolute Hall of Famer knife. This thing is such a great knife. You know, Kubey Knives really just does an excellent job with their QC, their manufacturing. I'm absolutely loving almost every Kubey knife I put my hands on, which has been quite a bit. I had the Wolverine and I sent that back. So, and it's not because I didn't like that, it's I had a lot of knives so similar to the Wolverine that I sent it back, but I kind of regret sending it back just because it was on sale and it was a really cool knife. But you know, I have so many knives that you know, it was just something to send back. So enough of that story about the Wolverines. But again, y'all, this is the Kubey Knives Nova, and this thing, I'm sorry, I gotta be cheesy and corny, it is such a star. It is a stellar knife. It came absolutely razor sharp, and it still holds a fantastic edge. D2 steel on this knife, finger choil, money. Just absolute fantastic spot for that finger choil. I love a nice finger choil. Jimping on the back of the spine there too. So, kind of a thin slicey knife to a degree, just fits so perfectly in the hand. It's around $50-ish. Deep carry pocket clip on this knife here. I got mine in the, you know, I think this is, they're calling this the Desert Tan or Desert Tan. Just a great knife, just fantastic. And if you can look right here on the back, right there, that milling work, that just absolutely fantastic on this blade. It just, I cannot say enough, this thing is such a home run. I have anything I put in front of this knife, it just cuts right through it. Again, still has a great edge, sharp tip on it as well. Again, anytime you know, knives can be used for self-defense purposes as well, and this has that self-defense capabilities for, of course, a little Pokemon action, poke, and some of the slicing capabilities as well. Just a fantastic knife. D2 steel, if I didn't say that earlier, D2 steel on this knife. Just a fantastic Hall of Fame home run knife. I am blown away by a lot of the shit that Kubey Knives is doing, and look for more Kubey knife reviews on this channel. I'm definitely a Kubey knife fanboy. I have what's the other Kubey I have? I have several different ones. I have the Kubey Akosis, I have the Nova, the Kubey Carve, which is the Tonto. Go check my video out on that. If it's not up yet, then check it out when I drop it. That's a fantastic Tonto knife. Tanto, however you want to pronounce it, it works. Just, it's a fantastic blade, and look for that review as well. The action on this is so snappy and such a great deployment. I mean, just hear this. It's beautiful. Flicks out, just so great. And I have knives I'm gonna show in this video for a little side-by-side comparison for blade length, materials, so on and so forth, that this knife smokes it, just absolutely smokes it, or puts this a run for the money for those knives. The jimping on this flipper tab goes all the way. Let me get there. It goes all the way. It just, they did such a smart idea to have it go all the way on that flipper tab, so you can get it wherever your finger hits it on there. Because some of these knives with the flipper tabs, these companies need to go back and reassess it. This is a home run. And just to get it out the way, this knife for me is a 10 out of 10. You're going to hear me repeat that towards the end of this video, but if you just need to hear me say this is a 10 out of 10, this is a 10 out of 10. And yes, this is the same guy, different backyard. My mom moved in next door, so she's subleasing this place. So there's nothing. There's a video that I'm doing that I'm going to put out that this yard had overgrowth just all the way up. There's going to be a video on that I use with a Kershaw Camp 12 or a 10 machete to get a lot of the broken branches and the dead trees and the foliage. But yes, same guy, different backyard. So yeah, and it's still hotter than shit here in Texas. And here's Bruiser, the little mascot, Mama's little mascot. So Bruiser, the world. Bruiser. So I've had this knife now for probably over, I think about, we'll say 2 months to be safe. I went to go visit my mom in northern Alabama, and I bought 2 knives. I bought the Petrified Fish Warrior, and I bought this Kubey Nova. And I tell you, this Nova went side by side, and those are both excellent knives. This is obviously a 10 out of 10, but that Warrior is a fantastic knife. It's very, very similar to this Nova in shape, design, and so on and so forth. But I just wound up using this a hell of a lot more than that Warrior, and that Warrior went back to Petrified Fish. But again, that knife is fantastic. I just had to decide between those 2 knives that I sent up there, and this was the one that I kept, obviously, because it's in my hand. But I have used this a lot, y'all. I mean, this thing, again, is very, very sharp. D2 steel on it. You can see some of the tape residue on this knife. And I've been putting this through the paces. This is just such a fantastic knife. And if you don't have one of these in your collection, stop it right now and go get one ASAP. Flipper tab, money, liner lock. Look at this drop down. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh, bug. It's beautiful. It's so sharp it would slice that bug out of the air if I could Mr. Miyagi it right out the air. But nice sharp tip on it. I love this style of blade. It's got that spear point esque vibe to it, and it just is such a great knife. Got your Kubey branding right there on the pivot that'll focus in. Just absolutely fantastic knife. And if you've heard me say fantastic over 10 times in this video, you know I mean it. So this thing, y'all, as I said, is just extremely sharp. This is some thick cardboard here, and I'll have some other cutting footage as well. But this thing will just, let me try to get an angle on it, just glides, look at that, right through it. I mean, this is some thick cardboard. It's not that cheap Amazon shit where a butter knife could go through those Amazon boxes. This thing right here, I mean, just absolute money. Look at that. Flying right through it. I mean, and I have cut tons of stuff already with this knife, y'all. It just works so well. Finger choil just gives you so much control of this blade as you're slicing through whatever's clever, but just works so great. The piercing power on this is absolute money as well. The tip is fantastic on this knife to get in there. And then, of course, you could drag down or whatnot, but that part right there is like triple thick. I would need a little bit more, hello? I would need a little bit more space to drag through it. Now, it has no problem going through it at all, though, and the lockup is just absolutely incredible on this knife. It just blown away by the quality, and it just goes to show that expensive knives, right? Like the really ones that are like 200, 150, 200, 225 in that range right there. We'll say 250. So 150 to 250, it kind of matters to a degree. Not manufacturer to manufacturer, quality control, so on and so forth. But these budget knives like this Kubey, some Voss Steves, oh gosh darn it, Gerbers, things of this nature, it matters, but it doesn't. Okay, I hate to be a waffle, but this knife right here blows away a lot of expensive knives that I have. So honestly, it matters, but it doesn't. Like you have to be obviously picky with your budget knives. Anything Kubey puts out, I've had zero problems with QC, zero problems with edge retention, zero problems with sharpness. They just do a fantastic job on their knife manufacturing. Again, y'all, look at this. I mean, you can just whittle away. This thing is just, you got so much control with that jimping on the back. And if not, you can still grip it in this manner here and still just go right through it. It's just a fantastic value, just an absolute fantastic value. So let me stop saying fantastic and pull up some other knives to do a side-by-side comparison before I ignite into flames in this heat. Okay, so I got the Giant Mouse Jutland, however it's pronounced. Very, very similar. Got that about similar in length, similar in width of the blade, handle and blade. I think the Nova's got it beat. Yeah, it does. But this Jutland in my hand right here, y'all, and look for the video review on this. I'll be having that out really, really soon. This Jutland is going to run you about, we'll just say if you bought it brand new, $230, maybe $220 if you shop around. I did not pay for that price because I got a hell of a bargain. But this knife right here, as I said, $220, $225. You could buy 4 of these, 1 of these. And they're very, very similar with cutting capabilities. The only major difference is obviously the materials, but the manufacturing. Riot on this and Kubey, I believe that they're their own manufacturers. I could be wrong. I'd have to look into it more, but they're their own manufacturing as far as I know. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but this is Riot all day. And of course, whenever you put Riot branding on a knife, it jumps up to like $200 or $400, depending on which maker, materials, all that. So there's your Jutland Giant Mouse. Be on the lookout for the review on this. It's a great knife as well, but it's going to run you around 220-ish or more. So very similar knives as well. So I got a couple other ones we'll show, and yeah. Okay, got the Eutectic Liang Mai. Oh, I love this knife. This is one of my favorite knives that I've bought so far. This knife is just fucking awesome. It's about the same size as the Kubey Nova. I got that Joker purple handle on that Eutectic. Very similar style knives. Of course, you got this Bowie style blade on this Liang Mai Eutectic. This is a fucking awesome knife. There you go. Kubey Nova, Eutectic, very similar. So there you go. The action on this is just beautiful. Watch out for the review on this. It's in the works. I love this knife, y'all. That's all I have to say. If you find a good deal on this, go buy it. This is a great knife. So, food for thought. Okay, I could keep pulling out knives all day that are in the same size and things like that, but you know, got to break out that OG every single time. Got that Spyderco Para 3 here. Para 2, pardon me. Para 2 here. I always fuck that up, y'all. Forgive me. Gosh, what a knife expert I am. Para 2 here, Emerson Wave. Similar in length for sure. Everyone needs one of these in their collection, of course. Para 2, Kubey Knife Nova. All right, yeah. So y'all, this is the reshoot of the video that I did in my mom's backyard. I guess didn't record my little outro part, so here's the inserted outro. Mine in the gutter, but yeah, Kubey Knives Nova here. Absolutely fantastic action on this knife. Just beautiful, beautiful action. Deep carry pocket clip on this is just great for a full-size knife. I can't even feel this thing in my pocket. Again, action is just so great. Liner lock on this, and again, I made a mistake on the price earlier. I said it was $50. This is $40 with the Desert Tan and the black version G10 Black Hill scales. That's around $30-ish. So, whoa, amazing price, amazing value for such a great, great knife. Full-size knife on this. It's about overall about 8 inches or so overall. 3.86 on the blade, and I think 4-ish on the handle. Again, action, fantastic. I just cannot say that enough. I mean, this thing is just on point. It's just such a great, great knife. Desert Tan, again, is what I have here. You can get this in black as well. Very, very sharp as well. You're really not going to be disappointed with this at all. And if you are, just send it back. Amazon has that great return policy, so you can mess around with this in your recliner or whatever. Just don't cut anything and use it, and you can send it right back. But Kubey does such a great knives. They do very well on their knives. Out of the factory. They just really do. I haven't had one bad Kubey. As I said earlier, you're really gonna love this knife. Hit pause right now, put this in your cart. Don't even put it in the cart, just buy it. You're gonna absolutely love it. This is a fantastic, fantastic blade, knife and value. It's a star, it's stellar. I can't say enough great things about this knife, so buy it now. And so y'all, my name is Ace once again with Carolina Cutlery and Gear. If you're into knives and gear, but mainly knives, this is the channel for you. So hit subscribe for me, and I would greatly appreciate it. And we can get the subscribers going on this channel like a snowball down a hill. Don't forget to smile. Make somebody else smile too, y'all. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.